We are Good Game Knights, and I am your dungeon buddy and host of Wildspace, Ryan. And with me tonight, we have our stars. Starting with Savannah playing Gwendolyn, the Blood Hunter.
A disciplined mind is your greatest ally.
Sean playing Rosh, the Cleric of Light.
Light without, light within.
Alex playing Vincent, the Wild Magic Sorcerer.
Yeah, that one's probably my bad.
Travis playing Bolster, the Mystic Artificer.
More of a robot guy myself.
And our special guest this evening, Morgan, playing a secret yet to be revealed.
Except it's on the overlay.
Except it's on the overlay. Hush your mouth and quiet your eyes. It's been a minute since Wildspace's run, so I'm super excited about this, and I want to hop in ASAP as possible. So, but what I want to do real quick is just, we have not very many announcements. One thing is that we have a new podcast. It's a podcast version of our Lords of Misrule. It's will be on iTunes shortly. It's currently on Castaway. What's the program? Sorry, you said it earlier.
Castbox.
Castbox.
Castaway would have been a much better name.
Oh, that is a good name.
Petition to change their name.
I'm going to
Castaway.
post the Castbox link in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So there will be a link in chat, so you can. It'll make it easier for our commuters and people who can't always sit in front of their computer to catch up on episodes that you may have missed, in a way that won't bleed your phone out of all its battery life super fast. Besides that, we also have a couple other projects in the works. We're not quite ready to announce them yet, but stay tuned for that. And if you are not currently, you should, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, subscribe to this channel. Because not only does that give you access to one emote, but it also lets you join our Discord channel, where there are a lot of discussions. We talk about games we're in, talk games we're not in. We talk about everything, and generally I just repost stuff from Twitter all the time. And there's a lot of cuteness, a lot of fun. So please do that, because we are fun people, and so are the people who follow us. So that said, without further talking, we return to Wildspace.
Wild space.
Back in Wildspace. All right.
You guys are cheering, but I'm pretty sure my home is on fire right now.
Well, we'll discuss that.
LOL.
All right. So, to catch everybody up on the overarching things of what's going on right now, Beatrix, a former member of the Divergent Knights, Gwendolyn's Order of Blood Hunters, has joined forces, it seems, with the Children of Volhai, a cult of devil worshippers seeking to awaken their slumbering god by any means necessary, in order to save the universe from the looming threat of the Old Ones, a mysterious, malevolent force from the far realm that has already penetrated the veil between the planes. In pursuit of Beatrix and the Children of Volhai, the party has landed on the planet Viastea, at the City of the Steppes. Gwen. A pit grows in your stomach as the Arcturus settles onto the cold stone and brittle grasses of Viastea. At the edge of town, several slow twisting columns of smoke bend towards the sea, carried by crisp valley winds, smearing the smoke across the violet horizon. There are 4 pillars of smoke, and you recognize them immediately. The platforms by the sea, overlooking the choppy white caps of the Kyteris Ocean. Funeral pyres. As you make your way towards the western shore, you pass a number of austere homes made of stone and blackwood, most nearly completely overgrown with crawling hayweed, bending in waves with the wind. There doesn't seem to be anyone outdoors at the moment. That is until you arrive at the shore. Before long, you come upon the pyres, 4 stone cairns spaced along the beach, 4 fires burning a dull orange, flicking about wildly by the winds. Beyond them, the sister suns, Athuna and Sultana, watch impassively from the heavens. As you approach, you note a small group of women standing beside the fires. One of them turns as you approach. It's kind of a shorter humanoid with blue skin. Diamanda. She watches you as you approach. There's kind of a sad look in her eyes. Gwendolyn.
Sister?
It's good you're back.
What's happened?
Beatrix. She came 2 days ago. Like a firestorm. She must have knocked out our sat relay, because while the techs were trying to troubleshoot what we thought was maybe some interference from a solar flare, she dropped out of the sky. She and those people following her, well, they stormed the temple. And a few minutes later, they left with the Oracle. A few tried to stop her. Penelope of the Clever Thought. 2 trainees, Branwen and Amalia. And Anastasia of the Phantom Blade. Beatrix cut them all down, one by one. I think Eleanor is also with you, and like when they say Anastasia's name, she goes, "Oh shit." And then Diamanda goes on. It's like she and the men of the Red with her, they carried the Oracle on these grav slabs. They went towards the Blackwood Forest, towards the Lunar Glade. The rest of us, we just watched. It wasn't anything we could do, right? She cut down Phantom Blade like it's nothing. But something changed, Gwen. You might feel it too. The trees are changing. wildlife is changing. A few of us, they tried to go in the forest and follow, but the forest started to bleed. And the deeper you go in, the more the wildness inside us comes to the surface. Those who went inside lost themselves. We kept calling links on as long as we could, but something took hold of them. They unhinged, howling in the winds. Those who followed gave themselves over to the wild. But I know it's a lot. We don't know what to do, Gwen. We don't think. Sorry.
I suppose it's good I've come back.
I think so. We don't know what's going on, Gwen, but we know it involves the Glade. We know it involves the Oracle. But, it just seems to affect those who've been here for a while. Those of us who've taken the blood. Those who haven't, they don't seem to feel this. Not the same way, anyway. There's... Yesterday, before you all arrived, someone else came here. Not one of us, but a warrior. She was looking for, not Beatrix, but the ones who traveled with her. The men of the Red. We warned her of the dangers of the forest, but she was insistent. And like the others, we kept her on comms as long as we could. But I don't know, maybe because it's not she's not one of us, she seemed immune to the Primal's calling. I don't know where she is now. We lost comms a few hours ago.
We need all the friends we can get. I'm going to fix this. And I suppose with Anastasia gone, I have to.
And then Diamanda and the others standing with her, you know, like Rosary and Severa, Maisie and Riley, they all turn towards you. And they just hold a fist up. And Eleanor kind of looks up at you. What's it gonna be first?
I suppose we should make a plan. I don't want to go into this blind. Not that we've got much of a choice.
Who do you have with you? Who are these?
Close friends of mine. I suppose I've been quite rude. Rochelle, Bolster, Vincent.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Gwen, we hope it's all right that even though Amalia and Banwin weren't true sisters that we gave them the funeral of one.
Of course. What they went through in the end, I'm sure that makes them full sisters by any right.
What do you need from us?
I don't know yet. Quiet spot. We have some things to discuss.
As you wish. And so you know that there are different halls that you can meet in. And we can work this out together. But I'm kind of imagining a lot of the architecture is very simple, very low level, nothing high, because like these winds that sometimes cut through, like and with the weather being as it is, like there's I think a lot of windows, or it's like one-story stone buildings, and some of them dig deeper into the ground to get even more insulation, perhaps. But most of them stay just at that level. But there are a few halls that you can. There's a few halls that you can use. Sorry, I got an interrupted connection to Roll20. Now, so there's a meeting hall that with a large kind of fire pit in the center. It's all just like dully burning coals right now, though. Yeah. So, what do you do?
Gwen, this is your home. You're the best one to know what to do here.
This is like nothing I've ever dealt with before.
I know none of us are familiar with this area. Do you have some sort of map or something you can draw out to show us what we're looking at as far as
I'm sure
where
I've
she's
got one
gone?
somewhere.
Yes. So, we'll do something real quick, and I will describe it so the viewing audience can see it. And y'all know that my maps are famously terrible, so here is the coastline. With the ocean to your west. Also, this city, just gonna put some squeals right by the okay? This is where the small city is, the city of the steppes. In the distance, you see the mountain ranges, big mountains. And then here, this kind of forest that goes across the mountain range, it's called the Blackwood Forest. This is a few miles away, but you can see it from if you were to stand on a hill. And there's at this in the steppes that it's a hilly, but not like, but you can see quite a ways away. And then the Lunar Glade is about there. So it's several miles, but it's not that far. Considering this is a planet.
Sounds
So-
like approach.
I didn't explain that actually to the viewing audience. Yeah, so the Black Mountains to the north, Blackwood to the east, Lunar Glade in the middle of the Blackwood Forest. There you go.
Sounds like approaching on foot might be our best bet.
It also sounds like it's going to be exceptionally dangerous for me to go in there.
Well, when's the last time we did something that wasn't exceptionally dangerous?
True, I just don't want to... Never mind.
Is Eleanor with you for this?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Then I think she says that when you mention that, he's like, and you insight check actually, Gwen.
Okay.
for fun.
Oh, that's really bad. I'm gonna look at my modifier, but 3.
All right. So no flavor with this.
Who is she?
Who are you? She says, I don't know that I can go in with you, but I might be able to help with that. And anyone else can roll if you feel like it, but I'm gonna keep talking. If you give me an hour, maybe 2, I can make something that can help you a little bit.
Bolster is intrigued and could I do like a check to think about like what she's planning?
All right, give me a patience check, because she's about to explain it.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I
So
thought she
as you're
was
trying to
being,
like,
evasive when she was talking. I was like, well,
I
want to
she
know.
was, but not about what she's planning. She's being based about something different. So she say, I've used it sometimes to kind of keep my mind evened out. It's a mutagen. It'll kind of increase your mental capacity in that way. But as with everything, there's always going to be trade-offs. And this, it thins out the skin a bit. And reaction time is a little bit different. In game terms, because I'm just going to make it real clear, she can offer you a mutagen that increases your wisdom score by 2, which will help you on wisdom saving throws moving forward. But you will also lose AC by -2. So basically a +1 to wisdom for trading out AC. But she mentions that, and then kind of just stares at the fire.
I think that might be for the best.
Okay, I'll start on it right now.
Thank you.
And she makes her way off to the hut that you know has a bunch of chemical reagents there.
Glenn, I also might be able to help, but what I can do, I can't do long. And I can't do it very often.
I guess we'll see what happens. I suppose you all want to know what's going on.
A bit, yeah. I mean, a couple questions, and also not also be able to help out in the same vein as Eleanor, but questions first. I assume there's some kind of significance to the Oracle being taken to the Lunar Glade, maybe? Do we know what that's about?
Why they would have taken her, I'm not sure. The Oracle is very, very important to us. We're not really sure what she is. She chooses our orders for us. Anyone who wants to become a sister goes to see the Oracle, and if she so deigns to speak to us, tells us where we should be.
Sounds pretty damn important then. And the other thing in terms of assistance, I've got this cloak which sounds like it might also be able to help you keep your cool. I don't know how many items you are already attuned to, and I think Bolster, you said you got those gloves ready for me.
That's right. Yeah, I was about to give them to you.
So I'm already maxed out, but if I gave someone else the cloak in exchange for the gloves, that might work.
I'm looking to see how many things I'm attuned to.
At least 2.
I think 2.
That might be it. Can't think of anything. No, I think you just got the 2.
Yes.
Okay.
2 things.
So I could give you the Cloak of Protection, which would give you +1 AC and +1 to saves. And then I'd get these Gloves of Spell Storing, which I don't think I can really make use of yet. Without, although I guess they'd be in the gloves already. But yeah, so that's a thing we could do.
That might help.
Alright. Okay, I'm taking it off of me, so you can enter that in on your sheet. I did it in the modifier section. It's pretty easy to do there.
Sweet.
And yeah, Bolster pulls out. It almost looks invisible, but it's a single glove actually that he pulls out of his bag. When you look closely at it, it almost looks. It's like see-through, except for a very thin lattice of designs across it, almost looking like henna when you put it on. And you get the sense that you can cast spells into the glove to be saved for later. And Bolster says, yeah, there's nothing in there right now. We'll actually have to put something into it. But just as a small gift, and Bolster closes his eyes and casts Cure Wounds into the glove. There's your first one.
Well, thank you. I'm sure this will come in plenty handy. Certainly something to think about storing up in. Okay, up to 5 levels worth of spells. Okay. I was like, can I just put infinite spells in here?
1,000 fireballs.
Alright. So I guess over the next period of time, I assume we'll be doing more talking, but starting to attune to this.
Cool. So what are we doing, you guys? Are we gonna... I guess we gotta wait a little bit. But should we do some exploring? Kind of... I would actually really like to know, Gwen, what happened to your... to the other sisters that died? I don't really understand what's going on.
I mean, it sounds to me like Beatrix swooped in and ended them before a fight could start. Which puts me in a very precarious position, because Anastasia was the first of our order. And I was her second.
So now you're the first.
Right, without all of the pomp and circumstance and training that usually comes with that.
And that probably means Beatrix coming after you next.
I'm sure she'll come after me. We never really saw eye to eye.
Well, you've got plenty of field experience, and that's worth far more than any pomp and circumstance.
Not lots of leading experience, if I can be totally honest. I don't exactly inspire people. I usually just keep to myself. But that's not the point. We have to get the Oracle back, and the Oracle is sort of the center of everything for us. If She's very important to us. The Lunar Glade is very important to us. I can't imagine what Beatrix is doing there.
No, but it sounds like we should move sooner rather than later. If the longer we give them to prepare whatever it is they're doing, the more likely they'll succeed on it. Plus, somebody else is apparently going after them, and if we could get there before they die, that could at least be one ally for us.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I say we leave as soon as we've got what we need.
I just want to make sure you all are prepared for this. Even though I've really nothing else to give you.
Well, we've been trying to save the universe for a little while now, and I feel like we're getting pretty good at it, actually. I think we're doing okay. Your silence is really bothering me. I mean...
Well, we haven't died yet.
That is true.
Not any of us, at least.
Well, not any of us. I hope Pace is okay.
I want to say up front that I'm...
From the DM.
Bolster, roll a D100.
Oh, jeez. All right.
I just want to see if Pace is alive.
73.
All right, we'll find out later.
All right.
She's only mostly dead.
At least it wasn't a natural one.
All right. So, did anyone want to go over anything? All right. Well, I'm just going to go around the clock. Who's preparing? We'll say this takes an hour, like a short rest, or whatever. Gwendolyn, what do you do? Like, you get the mutagen at the end of the hour. But is there anything that you want to do to prepare before that?
For myself, no. I do want to, I guess take stock of who's left in my order.
Oh yeah, I have a thing. Sorry, let me pull up your file.
And then just kind of...
Just adjust evereverybody.
Yeah, well, adjust everybody. Give them all the correct numbers.
Yeah, I just did strike throughs.
Just make sure that I know where everybody stands, and then
So,
kind of set up a chain of command, I guess.
The previous 1 and 5 are gone.
Okay.
So now you have 7. You, Evangeline, Cressida, Elizabeth, Victoria, Juliet, and Imogen.
Okay. So then I'm going to leave. I'm going to give the wall to Evangeline, as it were.
All right.
And kind of set up, make sure everybody is aware of a chain of command based on who's here, and just get everybody kind of on the defensive.
Yeah.
In case something comes out of the forest.
Cool. Also, what do you? Are there any beasts of burden on this planet, or do you all use like speeders, or do you walk? I mean, around?
I think there are probably some. I think there are probably some because I think there is like maybe a little bit of agriculture that still happens in the places where maybe you could grow things. So there doesn't have to be so much leaving for supplies all the time.
Sorry, you were saying yes to which one?
Beasts of burden.
Beasts of burden. Okay, what do they look like? They look like little, are they like rhinos?
Mm-hmm.
Like Tricera rhinos?
Yeah, I think they're just like that.
Okay. All right.
Little short rhinos that you wear like roller skates.
All right.
Yeah.
We're just gonna.
But I think they're like a. I don't know, because it's also cold. I think they're kind of like
Furry
like a
rhinoceros?
mix of like buffalo and rhinos.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
think they're furry.
What are they called?
I don't know.
Rhinophilos?
Yes, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. They're called Mark Ruffalos. Ruffalos.
I
There we
named
go.
that one Mark.
Just Ruffalos.
I know.
Perfect. So there are Ruffalos on the party can use to
Ruffalo.
You're
maybe use
all
to get to
welcome.
the Blackwoods Forest.
Yeah.
Yes, and they seem Gwen, you would recognize this from them. That they seem pretty uneasy, just in general.
Fair.
All right, so let's move on. Bolster, what are you prepping in the next hour?
Bolster is probably searching around to see if there are any places where he could get like a med kit or two, just in the immediate vicinity. Probably not, but
I'm gonna say no.
no. All right, that's fine.
I think that because of the attack, those that they had have been used.
That's fair.
So yeah, unfortunately, no. They're the Divergent Knights don't. I don't think. You can argue with me if you like, but I feel like they don't keep a whole lot on the planet. Like the planet is really just like. It's more of like a ceremonial place, like that everyone like leaves it almost immediately and it's just like wandering around the galaxy all the time. So it's not like it's a base where they hang out all the time. Okay, all right. So that's it for Bolster for right now.
All good.
Okay, let's go to Rachel.
I've got nothing. Nothing prepared. I probably just watch the funeral ceremonies while they're still going on.
Okay, and I think I wanted to do this earlier and I forgot it. I think Diamata asks you to do the funeral rite, Gwen.
Yes, all right.
Which we'll do this real quick.
Okay. So I'll go up to the pyres, which I guess are still burning.
Make a performance check.
And my performance check was writing this into my backstory.
Actually, you know what? Oh, so performance check with advantage.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, that's better.
Because I'm gonna see. Because I mean, you're gonna get through all the lines, but I'm just curious if it's inspiring to the people who remain.
Okay. I rolled a 17
Oh,
plus 0, so 17.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be inspiring. Carry us away.
I hope so. So I'm going to go up to the funeral pyres and just take just one moment of silence, kind of in respect and in deference, and I will begin and say, with my back to everyone towards the pyres, on the remains of the beast, you swore yourself divergent. You relinquished your freedom so that others could be free. You became corrupt so that they could be pure. In your strength, you serve the light. At your end, your sisters send you home. You are the blood of the wolf. You are a daughter of the moon. And in death, you are clean again.
And there's a silence from the sisters as she says that, and just it hangs in the air as they just take in the moment and say goodbye. But Vincent, real quick, is there anything that you want to do before you all set off on the Ruffalos?
Yeah, I think at one point, and probably as part of handing over the cloak to Gwen, would also be like, by the way, I don't remember if I've brought this up before, but when we're back on Space Florida, Elizabeth gave me this magic paint, face paint, war paint, it can help bring out your warrior spirit, and I think you're the only one of us who would really benefit from it. Basically, it lets you use a rage, a barbarian rage.
Oh. All right.
Oh yeah.
So,
Should I do that now?
it does take a little bit to put on. It's, fairly ceremonial.
Right.
Ryan, I don't know if you want to
That's
also
fine.
make the handout available to her,
Yeah, I can do that.
but paint requires 30 minutes to be properly applied to the skin. If the user is not wearing heavy armor, though,
I wear light armor.
okay, they may enter a rage as a bonus action. Each application lasts for only one rage, and I believe it's just the regular rage bonuses.
Well, this sounds like an exceptionally dangerous idea.
Yeah, but also it'll make you hit even harder, which, always good.
Thank you, Vincent.
And I will go ahead and just give her the whole container.
All right.
Well, I hope your girlfriend doesn't find out you're giving her gifts to other women.
Yeah,
Oh no.
well, I'm not entirely sure why she gave this to me, but I figure now's not the time to be stingy with our resources.
I won't tell her. I don't joke very often. I hope I haven't made you uncomfortable.
It was certainly a unique experience.
Thank
But
you.
yeah, let's get through this, and then we can worry about if my girlfriend's gonna kill me.
She might not have the chance. Thank
Because
you.
Gwen might do it. Just kidding. All right.
Don't say that.
All right. So, an hour later, equipped as best as you can, you climb up on top of the backs of these mighty ruffalos, and you make your way towards the Blackwood Forest through these fields of crawling hayweed. And in the distance, Gwen, at first you think it a trick of the light of the sister suns, but as you approach, you realize that the blackwood trees seem to blush with crimson. The twisting trees and branches of the forest, for a moment, look like entrails to you. And when you get to the edge of the forest,
The music changes.
it does change because you're close now. As you get to the edge of the forest, the ruffalos become unnerved. And you quickly climb off as the agitated ruffalos begin to kind of buck around, and some of them begin to race back towards the city. If anyone want to do anything about that? Nope.
Gwen, is this normal?
No. Absolutely not. They usually just look like trees.
All right. So you make your way through, walking through the forest. Yes.
I have one thing. Gwen, do you know about how far away this place is from here?
Of course. On foot, it's about
Miles.
several miles from here.
Do you think you know when we're about a mile away or less from the glade?
Yes.
I could potentially peek in on the location, and if you can describe it to me, and we can see what's going on there.
Okay.
All right. Excellent. All right. So you carry on, and before too long, you come across a mangled carcass of a denser, a spindly-legged hoofed mammalian species that populates this forest. Its torn flesh scattered across the hayweed and tangled among the branches overhead. Heavy folds of meat cling to the tattered skin and bones. And you make your... Okay.
No, go ahead.
Nah, we can keep going if you don't want to stop. We can keep going.
We can keep going. That's fine.
All right. Excellent. As you make your way past these, and you see there are actually several of them as you make your way forward through the forest. You're walking for about 45 minutes. Gwen, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
You feel this thing begin to weigh on you. It doesn't seem to be a very heavy weight yet.
Okay.
And yet
12.
And I guess you weren't exactly prepared. I mean, you were waiting for this, but even prepared, you weren't quite ready for the sensation that was going to come over you as you feel this clawing from the within, almost like it's within your chest and within your mind. But as this mutagen is like coursing through you, and with this magic that's also bolstering your blood, you manage to tamp it down very barely. But every step that you take closer into this forest, you know that it's going to become more and more difficult.
Well,
DC 11 was the first one.
Oh no.
All right. And then you carry on. You hear in the distance the sound of battle. You hear the buzz and crackle of energy weapons. You hear howling of things that sound like dogs, but terrible. terrible dogs. You come upon a scene as you break over the hill. And yep, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to ask if I could shift my psychic focus to precognition.
Sure, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, you have how long does that take?
Bonus action.
Oh, yeah, easy. So, you crest a hill as these trees are twisting overhead. You look down and you see quite a sight before you as 4 giant mutant dog-like things are circling around a figure, wielding a teal, blue, and white plasma blade, tall with thin limbs, wearing a bright multicolored cape on their back. One of the dogs lunges forward with gnashing teeth, and the figure spins deftly out of the way and brings down the plasma sword onto the back of the neck of the creature, severing it in a crackle, hiss, and pop as this heavy head falls into the mud below. But the other dogs begin to surround her, and as they do, their tongues begin to slide out of their mouths, prehensile with teeth on the ends of them, as you see some sort of green ooze collecting at them. And at that point, we are all going to go to initiative. Gwen, I'm going to put the initiative tracker up now. Okay, cool. Gwen, you notice these dogs. They look like the wolves that normally travel around this area, but these have been mutated by something, as these large spines of bone and horn seem to protrude from their backs. These like awful looking mutated tongues. And let's see, is everybody rolled? We got a 1, 2, and 3. We need
You're waiting on me.
champ, and we need a we also need a bolster. Cool, we got you all. So we're gonna descend. We are going to change the music to this song.
Yeah, fight music.
Fight music. All right. Gwendolyn, you are up first with a 23. What do you do?
I am going to, if I can make it, I'm going to charge towards one of the wolves and I'm going to attack it twice.
All right. Absolutely.
And I'm going to also, because I always forget, I'm going to use my bonus action to do my Crimson Right on my cool sword that I have. Which means I have to roll a d6. Ouch. So I rolled a 5.
Excellent.
So my HP is reduced by 5, and I'm gonna add fire damage to my sword.
Excellent.
And then I'm gonna attack it twice.
All right. Attack twice. You shall.
That's an 18 and a 22.
Both hit. All right. So I'm not going to do this in a fun way, but I will say that you find out immediately that it is resistant to both lightning and fire.
Cool.
So if you can do the math, having those values.
Okay.
And you already used your bonus action. I'm going to move on to the next person while you're doing the math.
31 total.
Oh, okay, cool, perfect. So, yeah, Gwen just runs towards. I did 13 instead of 31.
No.
All right,
Sir.
sir. All right, perfect. Cool. So, you race towards bounding down this hill, leap forwards, jumping off like a stump of a tree, launching yourself high up in the air, and do 2 quick slashes, like one on the back and one across the haunch of this dog as this kind of black-green blood splatters upon the forest floor. And it looks at you with red burning eyes. Vincent.
Well, if fire is mostly off the table, there goes my cantrip. Not sure if these guys are worth a spell slot, but that's basically what I'm left with. So let's have some fun with this. Let's Chaos Bolt the one that Gwen did the most damage to.
Fantastic.
Oh, come back. Where'd you go? 19 to hit.
Hit.
Okay, let me see.
Oh, dude. Do you see what you rolled for the Wild Magic Surge?
Oh no!
Yep. Okay, but in terms of damage, let's go with psychic damage.
Psychic damage. All right, excellent. As this is, you hear like this whimpering noise, a demonic whimpering, as it kind of reels back, shaking its head as it takes 14 points of psychic damage.
And
but as you cast it, you hear like in your head as Whisper goes like, "What are you doing?" And then roll a d100.
Okay, I think this is the last thing I surged on. For the next minute, you regain 5 hit points at the start of each of your turns.
Are you kidding me? Nicely done.
Except this time I don't need it yet.
All right. Well, okay. Now you can play real greedy.
I can go and stab him with Whisper.
You can. All right. Excellent. All right. We're going to go to Bolster.
All right. Would Bolster be able to tell, is there like, so Sam has a attack that attacks in a 15-foot radius. Is there since we're theater of the mind in this, is there a place that I could fire a 15-foot radius attack that wouldn't hit my allies?
Yeah,
but also hit a couple of the mutts, maybe?
Yes, you can get 2 of them in and not hit everyone else.
Okay. In that case, Bolster is going to pull a couple switches and bring up a couple arm things and twist them and pull them down, and Sam switches into baptize mode. Four legs fold down and it kind of locks into the ground, and some giant cannons point up in the air, and they are going to make a swarm attack against those two dudes.
Oh, do it.
So there is.
Is it a ranged attack or is it a saving throw?
It's a ranged attack. I roll.
Oh, or half damage. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, it hits. So I'm gonna roll 2 dex saves. 1, 2. They both fail. So they take full damage. 20 bludgeoning damage.
Woo! Okay.
As just this barrage of missiles crushes down into them. However, Bolster, as these bludgeoning attacks calm down on them, you see a kind of you see it almost like rebounds off their skin slightly. They do take damage, but they seem to resist it somewhat.
Oh no. Well, that's all well and good. But I think Bolster is still going to use his action and spend 3 psi points to command Sam to strike again. So I'm going to use command to strike as an action. Choose one ally you can see within 60 feet of you.
Yeah, they burn their reaction. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's going to do that with Sam, and Sam is going to make that same swarm attack.
Well, I think it doesn't give him an action. Like, it doesn't give him an action. It lets them do an attack action, which...
It's listed as...
We'll do it. I don't care. All right, let's do it. All right, so you deal another... Oh, I got to roll saves again. So
it's 19 to hit.
All right, so one succeeds, and the other fails. So one takes half damage, which is then resisted to 6 damage. And the other one takes 20 or 11 damage. It takes 11 damage. Very good.
All right, and that is my turn.
And the one that Gwen attacked first, that Bolster's been slamming into, and that Vincent hit is looks very injured. Excellent, good job. And then it brings us to the figure, the mysterious figure.
Okay, so I'm surrounded by 4 of them.
You're surrounded by 3 of them.
3. Okay.
You killed one by your lonesome.
Yeah, I remember that now. Okay. Going to hold up a hand, and a little opening is going to appear, and like some liquid is going to spray out. I am essentially doing frostbite on one of the ones nearby me, so it has to make a con save.
All right, con save. It rolls an 8.
So it fails. So it takes, let's see, 1d6 cold damage. Let's roll that. It takes 4 cold damage, and it has disadvantage on this next weapon attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Interesting. It specifically says weapon attack?
Yes, the next weapon attack.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Excellent.
And then as an action, I'm going to stab it with my great saber.
Do it.
Yes.
Great saber.
Also, she has a great saber, which is amazing.
25
Hit.
to hit. That is 7 radiant damage.
All right. Excellent. It seems to resist the cold damage a little bit, but it does not resist the power of your mighty blade. As you first blast it with this kyber breast, it seems to like kind of scoot back a little bit. You take your saber, you sweep its legs that just sizzle off. It goes down, and you spin around your blade, bring it onto the top of the wolf's head. As it kind of like it makes a grunt, a brief grunt, like, and then just like goes limp.
Nice.
Excellent. Anything else you can do?
That was my action. Bonus action.
Cool. Do you not have multi-attack as a fighter?
I do, but I used my action to do that cantrip, and then I have what's it called? The war magic lets me do
that's right.
a
That
bonus
is right.
action attack.
Gotcha. I get it now. Cool. That's awesome. All right, so we're gonna go to Roshel now.
All right. Are there 2 of them that are within 10 feet of each other?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay. That changes things then. I am going to run as close as I can to like the middle of them, which is probably where Gwen is.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pop off one of my channel divinities. To do my what is it? Radiance of the Dawn.
All right, do it.
So
Is it cons? I think it's con
It
saves.
is a con save, yes.
So 1, 2. I got a 15 and 20.
15 fails, 20 makes it.
Okay. What's the damage?
That is why isn't that coming up? 17 radiant damage.
Nice. Dang! As this bright fire bursts out of Roshel and like cascades over the forms of these demonic creatures, they reel back in horror and distaste of your tech.
And yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there for now.
All right. This brings us to the wolf's turn. And they are going to rush. One of them goes towards Tramp. And the other goes towards Gwen. As kicks that dead one out of the way. And as they go towards each other, seemingly emboldened by each other's presence, they attack. So these are going to be at advantage with pack tactics. This one goes towards you, Champ. 11 to hit.
Nope.
All right, and then a 23 to hit.
That one, sorry. Yes, that one does hit.
Okay, could you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Okay. 25.
That's gonna do it. Natural 20. As this this tongue bites at you, snaps in the air, and you dodge out of the way, kind of like using your arm, just kind of bat the jaws out away from you. But this tongue lances out and bites into your side, and you bring an elbow down and kick it off right before it injects all this poison into you, and just kind of splashes harmlessly onto you. But you do take 18 piercing damage.
Okay.
Excellent. And then same thing with Gwen. Bite, 26 to hit.
Yep.
You take 25 piercing damage. And a 9.
Nope.
Oh, man. Okay. All right.
Is Gwen within 5 feet of me?
She is.
I'm gonna stab one of those guys. I'm gonna use my reaction to attack it.
Which feat is that? A sentinel. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, very cool. Do it.
Attack. 16 to hit.
That is a hit. So the
Okay.
one that attacked Gwen, cool. 16 radiant damage it takes, and you deal, and it yelps because ouch. Gwendolyn, your turn.
Great. I'm going to attack the one that just bit me.
All right. It is the most injured as well.
Okay. It's a 16
Yep.
or 13 damage.
13 damage. Yes.
And a 20.
Okay. All right. And how much damage does that want?
18.
Y'all do so much damage. Oh my god. You like chop it up into a lot of pieces, like sending bits of its flank flying off into the forest, but it is standing only on a wing and a prayer. Bonus actions, or are you done?
Oh, that's it.
Okay. Vincent.
So the wolf that Gwen just attacked is still up, or
Still
no,
up, but barely though.
Okay.
I think only on 3 legs right now.
Okay, but there's one wolf left.
There are 2 wolves left. 1 super injured, 1 partially injured.
Okay, sorry, I've got the 4th one was hiding behind one of my windows.
Ah.
Okay. How dare it sneak like that? Let's do a magic missile, 1 bolt at the injured one, 2 at the healthier one.
Okay.
Foot.
What do your magic missiles look like?
That was minimal damage. It's
Minimal damage.
yeah. Let's see. Does magic missile require materials? No. So I think it's just kind of does some fancy hand gestures.
Fancy fans.
Yeah.
Fancy fans. Yep, persuade.
But I think it's just kind of almost finger gun-esque, but just pew pew pew, and then little purplish blips just kind of spiral out and swerve around things because they unerringly hit.
Okay.
Yep.
It still has 3 hit points after that attack, so unfortunately it is still standing. But the other one takes 4 damage, 4 force damage.
And then I'm going to go ahead and use the bonus action, some sorcery points to just gain back a 1st level spell slot.
Okay, perfect. That'll bring us to Bolster.
All right, first things first, Bolster is going to pop out of the cockpit and he's going to point his Hydra Cannon at the most injured one.
Okay.
And, fire a shot.
Do it.
So that's 22 to hit, and he takes 6 lightning damage.
The first one kills it. As this beam of electrical energy that's shaped in this small hydra lances out, bites into it, actually goes through the eye of the creature and into its body. It convulses for a while as it and then falls back away.
Awesome.
You can send the other 2 at the other creature.
Awesome. I'm gonna do that. So 2 shots here. First one 24 to hit. Second one 17 to hit.
Both hit. So
right,
it'll take 8 lightning damage. It is. Oh, by the way, it's good that you rolled 6 lightning damage on that first one because it has resistance to lightning damage, but it only had 3 hit points.
Yeah.
So you still managed to pull it off, but this next attack of 8 lightning damage only deals 4 damage. Just FYI.
All right. Now Sam is going to take a shot. Is it possible for Sam to take a shot at this last dude without hitting our friends?
Yeah, do it.
All right.
So I'll do a preemptive dex save. Natural 20.
Wow. So you saved.
And it doesn't hit either.
Yeah, it doesn't hit.
So I wasted my natural 20.
That's all I got.
Damn you, Bolster. All right, excellent. So that brings us to Champ.
All right. See, there's only one left.
There's only one left.
I'll take 2 strikes at it. Oh no, I gotta bring up my sheet again. There we go.
Do you know this song is called Future Gladiator?
Oh, that's awesome. I love it. 23 to hit.
All right, that hits.
And it takes 12 radiant damage.
Yes, it does. Bark!
Oh, now I feel bad.
Don't. It's a devil bark. It's like, bark! I don't like nice people. Bark. And a 12 to hit, that unfortunately misses.
Okay.
So you slice across it, cutting the score into the side, but it reels back as your follow-up swing arcs past it, unfortunately doing no damage on the second attempt. Any bonus actions this time?
No.
Okay, that's going to bring us to Roshel.
All right, I am going to use a Sacred Flame.
All right.
So dexterity saving throw. Hopefully not another natural 20.
Okay, dexterity saving throw. Rolls a 23.
Well, still succeeds, so nope.
Okay, so nothing?
No, nothing.
Okay, any bonus actions?
Nah.
Okay, it's going to bite into Champ next with we're going to try 23 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
13 piercing damage. And tongue steamer, natural 20s. So I need you to roll a
Ouch.
Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
So you take a total of 33 piercing damage, and you fail the saving throw,
Okay.
which means
I am also resistant to poison, though, so I don't know if that affects
Yes,
anything.
it does. I'm going to say this does absolutely effing nothing to you. None of it.
Okay.
So perfect. Yeah. So this poison goes into you, but we have not said this on stream. But as I think maybe the party realizes that standing before you is not a flesh and blood creature, but one made of metal and wood and plastic.
Very nice plastic.
As the poison just injects into you and then just kind of drains out harmlessly. Excellent. So I'm going to, all right, Gwen, how about you finish this creature off?
I'll get it if I hit it. Let's see. 15?
Yes, hit.
22.
Hit.
So that
All right, how much is all that damage?
Oh crap. 14, 25 slashing, 7 lightning, and 3 fire damage.
Ooh.
I don't know, a lot.
What does it look like when you kill this thing?
I think I chop his head off.
Okay, just.
I think I go because I take
chop,
2
then
swings.
2.
I think I'm gonna swing one up really hard, kind of into its chest right here, and then swing it back around, down on top of it.
Fantastic. As it went, its head kind of rolls on the mud a bit, and its jaws open up, this tongue lolls out, and and then you have defeated the corrupted primal wolves of the forest. Excellent job, everyone. I'm going to put this music back here. We'll give future gladiator a break. And you all stand in this corrupted forest, surrounded by the carcasses of demon dogs, and a new figure who you've just met. What do you do?
We'll kill it.
As they stand there, you see sort of this steam come out of a bunch of the cracks, and I'm going to second wind, but it's just this sort of psh, and this sort of steam comes out.
I like that.
And get some hit points back, but just quietly sitting there, just watching you guys as this happens.
Hello.
Hi there. You all right?
It was Gwen who got up there, right?
Gwen's right. All right. Yeah. I think Gwen and Rosh are real close by. The rest of them are Bolster with his robot and Vincent are standing quite a little ways back up the hill.
Just gonna reach up and grab Gwen really hard on the shoulder. You believe that the Volhai will save us?
I'm sorry?
Okay, good. I think I believe you.
That's all it took? I don't know. I don't know about this one, you guys.
I suppose you're the ally my sister spoke of.
I'm trying to find them, and because you guys jumped in and helped me out, and didn't seem to know who I was, I think I can trust you. Just kind of releases your shoulder.
If you're after the children of Volhai, we share a common goal. I'm Gwendolyn of the Tranquil Mind.
Nice to meet you. My name is Champ.
I'm Roshel. Rosh, for short.
I'm Vincent.
Howdy, champ. I'm Bolster. And this here Samathes. And Sam kind of the legs kind of fold back in, and he's like, he kind of like floats back up into the air and kind of hovers over.
Nice mech you got there.
Thank you, I built it myself.
So do you know where to go? I feel like I'm kind of lost.
I do.
That one does.
Well then,
You're here to kill the children of Volhai as well?
well, I don't have to kill them. I'm looking for my friend. I think she might be here with them.
Your friend have a name?
Callie Rossum.
Well, if you're a friend of my sister's, you're a friend of ours. I can take you to them.
I'd appreciate that.
All right, should we keep going then?
Yeah.
Do you need to? You took a pretty hard hit, both of you.
Yeah.
Stop and take a short breather.
If I have any idea what we're walking into, that might be for the best.
All right.
I guess we take a short rest.
So here's what I'm going to say. Yes, you should take a short rest because next bit's spicy. But I'm going to do that when you all are within like a mile or two outside of the place. So we can kind of chunk together actions. So you continue together as a party through the forest. For another hour, which means, of course, Gwen, can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
That's way better than last time. 21.
21? Yeah, you feel it, but you tamp it down. It feels a little stronger than it did last time, but with all the effects over you, you managed to tamp it down, no problem. And it's at that time, you are close enough within the range that Rachel thinks that they need to perform the spell. And this might also be a good time for the rest of you to get a breather.
I would like to, because I never get to use this ability, I would like to, when we do take the short rest, before I cast a spell, take the second to use my medic ability to tend to anybody that's wounded, who's rolling hit dice, to give them a chance to get that
Okay.
max healing damage.
Maximilian healing.
Yeah. So I just have to roll. Who's actually rolling hit dice? I think it's just the two of you. Okay. I'm gonna make 2 wisdom medicine checks. 1 for Gwen. 1 for Champ. Sorry, Champ.
I mean, I'm a robot.
Yeah, I probably didn't know what I was doing.
I'm a robot.
So Gwen, you get to do on 1 die. You can do maximum healing.
Cool. That's a lot for me.
Oof. Sorry. For the viewing audience, they're rolling hit die right now. And Champ rolled well, looks like.
Champ's been rolling real well with that second win. She got max heals.
Yeesh.
Robots. They're so OP.
Yeah.
Please nerf Sam.
But then once I've had a second to once we're towards the end of our rest, I will do the clairvoyance spell.
Okay.
To try to put a visual sensor at first.
Okay. Can you cast a spell so I can read it?
Yeah, I was going to say. And I'll read it, I guess, for the audience too, is create an invisible sensor within range. The location that's familiar to you, or an obvious location that is unfamiliar to you, such as behind a door. So I figured if Gwen can
Or in a grove of tree. It specifically says, or in a grove of trees. So
yeah. So if she can give me sort of a distance, if Gwen can spot for me, then give me a distance and direction, then I can hopefully get it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so you're doing visual.
Yeah, I can alternate as an action throughout the 10 minutes, but I'm going to start visual at first because I want to know what I'm seeing before I start listening in.
Okay. So, as you go, what Gwen describes to you is kind of a small crater that's lined with a blue-tinged, glassy rock. Plant life that grows around the crater that is bioluminescent, glowing a kind of light blue color on its own, with strange glowing particles that float through the air in the dark and clearing like fairy lights. What you see is a large crater with massive red crystals beginning to grow out like spires, out like almost like mineral teeth. Mineral teeth that just like grow up and out and stick out like spires. You see the lichen that she said, or the plant life that grew around it. It's curled back black and red and seems to be not alive. In the center of the crater, you see a large copper basin that has been upended. At the bottom of the crater looks slick and wet. Some sort of dark liquid. And you also see, thank you, piano, several humanoids in the area as well. Bent and bestial. Much like Gwen is when she turns. As well as one who has more of an Ursine look to him. And they are digging into the muck. And from your sensor, as it's kind of scanning around, you see as it kind of dig into it, their skin and fur is burning, kind of sloughing off. So it seems to be kind of a self-destructive thing that they're in the middle of doing. Cool.
I guess I'm just describing that as I'm seeing it in the exact way that Ryan was describing
it. And we'll take a break. Let's take a break right now. We're gonna take a tasty break. We'll be back before too long. So hang around, and part 2 will be coming up in just a moment. Thank you so much for joining us. Keep mates. All right, see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
And we're back. Well, welcome back to Wildspace, everybody.
We are back. I was chewing, so thank you for covering for me. Welcome back to Wildspace. Where we last left off a few minutes ago, don't remember how many, but many minutes. Our crew just met a new friend in the forest. A robot woman named Champ. All right, you're all sitting in this clearing that's roughly a mile or so out from the lunar glade as Rosh begins to recount what they saw from their spell. Take it away.
And their fur was just sort of falling off them. Does any of that sound... that I assume that's not right based on what you described, Gwen.
No.
What's going on?
You said you saw a basin.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Oracle.
Oh.
I told you we don't know what she is, and that was the truth. The Oracle is this basin of blood. Supposedly it's the blood of the very first one of us. The very first hunter. Collected somehow, I don't know the stories, but it was odd. There was something about it. It never congealed, it never... anything. It just existed. She speaks to us. She puts us where we're supposed to be. That's...
Do you have any idea what they might be doing with her blood?
I don't know.
Well, we should get there and stop it then.
I'm going to wipe any trace of Beatrix out of existence.
I'll drink to that. Glenn, and Bolster kind of looks up from... he's had this rock in his hand that he's been, like, kind of carving little symbols into. He hands it to Gwen, and he says, Gwen, I put a marker on this. When you need me to, when you need it, this will work like Regret Resonator, but it's yours. If you use it in the next 8 hours, those drones will go for you, and they'll protect you. And in game speak, that means that when you use it, anything that targets you with an attack or a spell will have to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, it is Sci-Fi Sanctuary, correct?
Oh, okay.
Correct.
I know that spell. Thank you.
Should
Thank
clear
you.
out the turn order.
I can keep an eye on things what's happening there for the next 10 minutes. So if we move quickly, we can hopefully know what's happening right up until we get there.
Let's go. Now.
I'll be fit enough to run 10-minute miles, no problem.
Yeah, I think so. Y'all are heroes.
And I'll alternate between audio and video, just to get an idea what if there's,
Okay, you want to hear audio?
Yeah.
All right, here it comes. Let me remove you from this particular world. And I'm going to move to this, where you're about to be.
I can hear it in my ears. Oh no.
Oh, better your ears than somewhere else? If you can hear from somewhere not your ears, I think we have some concerns.
I hear it in my butt. Oh god.
Sounds like they might have a flautist. I don't say that, but yeah, it doesn't sound very pretty. I'm probably also yelling that because I can't hear anything that's happening around me.
I think I hear Gak. Yeah.
Sounds like whoever did the voiceovers learned from the people at NPR.
There's sliming people in there.
Someone's eating a lot of bananas.
Oh, God. I'm going to turn that down.
I'll turn it down. Don't worry.
No, you're good.
I didn't want to turn it down because I wanted the stream to hear it, but I'm like, ugh, get it out of my ears.
I had it at like 20% for normal, and but I brought it up just for this scene. So we're gonna bring you back to after that. That's 10 minutes of that rush. So brings you back to you.
And nothing changed in the 10 minutes when I would peek in and stuff. They were just digging on the ground pretty much the whole time.
They seem like one of their arm falls off. Yep.
I think as we're running, Bolster Bolster isn't running. He's hovering along in Samathi's, like, chilling. But he kind of looks over at Champ and is like, so, do you like, fight, universe destroying things all the time, or is this, like, new for you?
I guess this is new for me. Usually I just fight people in the ring. But
You're like a fighter, like a gladiator kind of thing. That's really cool. You fight other people or like animals or whatever, or what do you do?
whatever there is to fight. I've been told I put on a pretty good show.
That's really cool. Well, hopefully we'll be able to see that at some point. Do you mind if I ask? This is a weird question. I build mechs, but I'm fascinated by robots. What do you call yourself?
I didn't think about this.
Asking the tough questions.
Yeah, whatever. You can choose, or if you want to throw the audience, you can.
I don't know. What did Crystalum call himself?
I mean, you could go with. What was your original function?
I was a navigator.
Okay.
Pilot.
Yeah. We could we'll just go droid.
Droid. Yeah. That
For
sounds right.
to cover everything, but you were a nav droid
Yes.
originally, but you have repurposed and evolved and gone your own path.
Yep. I say something like that.
A droid. Okay. All right. That makes sense. Android, droid. That I like that. That works. That's really cool. What? So, who built you? If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I think by my calculations, 11 years.
11 years. So whoever built you is still alive, right?
I should think so. I've never really thought about it too much.
You don't know who built you?
Never really cared.
Wow.
Had a job, and now mostly I've built myself. Sort of upgraded things. Callie helped too, so I guess Callie kind of built me.
Well, we're gonna get Callie back soon. Well, I'm gonna want to catch up on all this a little bit later. Well, if we live through this. Yeah. You're a very interesting person, so can't wait to learn more.
Well, thank you.
Cool. Yeah, and also, Trav, you are a teensy bit quieter than normal today. I don't know the right percentage to say without overselling it, but like maybe 40, 50% up you need to should go.
How's this?
That's way better.
Okay.
What'd you change?
I brought the mic closer.
All right, you ding dong.
Well, I usually keep it a little bit farther away, so I don't know what's going on.
Okay, I don't know. Well, that's perfect.
The easiest way to do it.
The easiest way to do it is just
Go like this.
just get up on it. Excellent.
GTK ASMR round 2.
Oh, the banana. I don't know why that's funny to me, but I'm a nerd. Okay, but not like a cool nerd. There's so many kinds of nerds, and I'm not one of the cool ones. So all right. So before too long, do you all do anything before you actually breach the glade itself, or can I move you to this handout now?
12 Hail Marys. I don't know. We're fine.
Okay. That's it? Okay. All right. Nothing. Okay, here we go. Yay!
Ooh. Well, this is interesting. We just received a picture of a cavern full of giant crystals that are red. And the ground is covered with some kind of liquid, dark and viscous.
Dark and viscous.
All right.
The
Excellent.
walls are oozing green slime.
Oh no! Kitty, get away. All right. So I'm gonna say you all are at the edge of the forest, still kind of obscured by the branches of the trees. There's a bit of a clearing. It dips down into this crater where all these crystals are popping out of. You know from what Rosh has told you that at the bottom of this crater, there is this kind of dark liquid down there that the lichens seem to be pawing through, injuring themselves. However, you cannot see them. You can hear them, however. So, you know they're there. What do you want to do?
I assume we shoot first, ask questions never.
Yeah, can we sneak up on them? Maybe get the jump on them? What do y'all think?
We can try, but it wouldn't surprise me if she knew we were coming.
She knows we're coming, but not the direction we're coming from.
That might be true.
I'm sorry, I can't help but be stupid.
Okay, perfect.
I can descend from the rafters like a bat.
Ryan, a question. With
Alex?
Whisper, is there any way that I would be able to get the silence field to project without inflicting damage on myself? So that I could just carry it and walk in a bubble of silence?
No.
It's okay if you say no.
Currently, no.
Okay.
Maybe that's a later thing that you unlock, but right now, no.
Yep.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I was just thinking if it would make sense for us to maybe try and split up and approach from multiple angles, but
Yeah, splitting the party is always a good decision.
we wouldn't be going that far, but just enough that in case they throw a fireball at us or something, we're not all toast.
That's fair.
If we're going to try and be quiet, we at least shouldn't all go in one group. I'll go first.
I'll go with you.
I'll stick with Vincent. Champ, you want to just hang with us too, or?
Sure, I've never tried sneaking before. I don't know how good I am at it. So, might be best if I hang back.
All right. We'll figure it out together.
Don't get too far behind.
Okay. Declare your action, starting from Gwen to Rosh, then Gwen first. You're walking down, or you're sneaking down?
Sneaking.
All right, Rosh, you're following. You are also sneaking down?
Ryan.
Okay. So the two of you roll me sneaks. Vincent, what are you doing?
Oh, I guess to start, probably holding an action to cast. Oh, I don't want to hold one of my big spells in case it fizzles. Just holding a firebolt for some kind of hostile action, something
Okay.
for
Holding Firebolt for a hostile action. Okay.
Yep.
Champ, what are you doing?
Gonna pull out my blaster.
Excellent. Are you also holding for a hostile action before you let loose?
Yeah, I'm going off for whatever these guys take.
All right, excellent.
Where my
Bolster.
target?
Bolster.
Bolster shifts Samathes into mode 2 Bejewel. Samathes kind of folds up, becomes almost like a star-shaped shield. Moves really slowly, gains +2 AC, and resists non-magical piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning damage, blah, blah, blah. And he is going to attempt to stealth.
Okay. I roll that stealth check. And that's you or Sam?
That's me, and now I'm rolling for Sam.
Okay, so a 19 for Bolster.
And a 5 for Sam.
5 for Sam. Okay, can I get the stealth checks from Gwen and Rosh, please?
I rolled a 21.
Excellent. Rosh, what did you roll?
7.
Okay.
Just a small question. Could Bolster could I be like looking out for people coming to attack us or something?
What are you suggesting?
I would like to like make a perception check to like
Sure.
keep an eye out for danger.
Sure. Give me a perception check rolling forward.
All right, 13.
All right. Excellent. I will keep that in mind.
Thanks.
The those of you in the back, the three of you in the back, kind of fan out a little bit, but Gwen and Rosh, you make your way down. Gwen, kind of you, like holding these red crystals as you kind of make your way down, seeking purchase, like hiding behind them as you hear these sounds of, kind of like moaning and sizzling, and through this kind of sticky, tarry substance at the bottom of the pit, which I'll bring up a little bit more volume for that. Rosh, behind you, however. Also, does your armor still give you disadvantage?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, it does? I thought it did. Oh, that's only when it's activated. Is it activated?
Well, even if it wasn't, that was my first roll.
Derp.
So,
Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. So it is activated.
I would have had it on anyway.
Okay, so as Rosh follows behind you, the light emanating from their armor begins to refract on the crystals, and the the crystals by you begin to glow up red, and then the other one also kind of catches the refraction, and around you a bunch of the crystals begin to light up red, and they the lichens at the bottom of the pit turn up towards the two of you as the light kind of like I don't think they quite see Gwen yet, but they do notice a disturbance, and their mouths kind of like hang slackly. There are two werewolves and one werebear, all in hybrid form. Something burning on their skin as their fur kind of like peels back and black. And as Rosh, you make this disturbance, also a form begins to rise from the center of the crater, where the pool of dark ichor collected. It begins to swell and rise, bubbles rising, popping off as rising to the surface, like the surface area of this oozing thing. You see like the shape of skeletons underneath that begin to kind of like get pushed out from inside of it as it grows and grows. And I'm gonna let you all roll initiative very soon, but it continues to grow and tower above you. This huge, monstrous, terrible thing. As the blood of the first, corrupted by something, rises above you all, ready to kill some things. So, I'm gonna have all of you roll initiative as I turn on the music that we're in trouble music, really.
Oh crap! I forgot. Would you mind deleting me from initiative order? I gotta roll with advantage.
Okay. No problem.
Sorry.
Ain't no thing.
There it is.
All right. It's gonna take me a billion years to roll this. Come on. Oh, wrong layer. That's why. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. How's everyone doing? Everyone doing good?
Oh my goodness. I am so scared. The picture of this thing is dreadful.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's like, I don't know. It's like a blob of black blood covered in eyes, and every part that isn't eyes or blood is teeth.
That's pretty accurate.
So, yeah. It's pretty much the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's not great. Not great. Okay, so has everyone rolled? I'm closing down some things, opening up my window because now I have to have like 3 monster sheets up. Everything's acting real slow. Okay.
Or you just kill some of them and only have to deal with one.
I know, right? So y'all help me out, please, by kind of clearing out the initiative. Excellent. So at the top of the initiative order is Bolster, kind of mystically boosted by the precog feature, right? Was that what it was?
Correct. Yeah. So I guess I react faster because of precognition.
It's like you saw it about to happen right before it happened, as this creature rises up higher and higher in the crater. All right.
Yes. So I think first things first, Bolster is going to do a mode shift now that he sees what he's up against. And since he's hanging pretty far back, he's going to switch to baptize mode, which causes Sam to splash down into the grossness. Bolster's going to have to clean that up later. Then Sam is going to go ahead and make a swarm attack on as many of the bad dudes as he can without hitting the good dudes.
Okay, so for the most bad dudes, it's going to be that right chunk. For the bear, wolf, and the oracle.
All right, then he's going to make a swarm attack.
All right,
That
so
is 22 to hit, and then they've got to beat a DC 14 dex.
So here's the oracle. This is the werewolf, and this is the werebear.
They all hit.
They all fail.
They all fail. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, I'm just checking something real quick. Cool.
So that is 20 damage.
20 damage. All right. Excellent. So the werebear and the werewolf both take 20 points bludgeoning damage, but unfortunately, because of the lichened nature, I gotta remember, are they immune? I think they're immune. Yeah. So you actually don't do anything to the werebear or the werewolf, and oh god, I don't think you might not even do anything to the oracle.
I see how
That's
it is.
true. Yep, you do nothing. It all just like patters harmlessly on all three of them.
Well, seeing that it seems to have done nothing, Bolster is going to go, oh, hell. And he's going to use Commander's Sight. And I wanted to know, Commander's Sight is, as an action, choose one creature you can see within 60 feet of you. Until the start of your next turn, your allies have advantage on attack rolls against that target.
Damn.
So
That's a
I was
freaking awesome ability.
yeah, and it costs 2 psi points and is concentration for a single round.
Jeez.
So I'm going to do that on the big one.
Okay. All right.
So, and I think the way this feels for everyone in the party is just they suddenly have a better knowledge of that specific creature as we all kind of, our minds link momentarily.
Okay. Yeah, I think like the link into minds and being able to coordinate attacks in a way that like you can catch it off guard is what's going to give you all advantage. Woo! That's pretty cool.
That's all I got.
All right. And also just to the lichens who have been like pawing into this acidic ooze are injured, so they're starting off injured from this, just so like you know, if it helps you prioritize targets. Just letting you know. All right, that's going to take us to Vincent.
Yep. So, seeing what Bolster / Sam was going for, going to attempt an area of attack thing is trying to get those three. This will be a 20-foot radius sphere, so actually pretty big area, 40-foot diameter.
Yeah, I think you can. The biggest chunk is the same chunk that Bolster tried to go through.
So my question is, or here, I'll cast it so you can see, but I am creating a storm sphere in the midst of them.
Fantastic.
And I'm curious what the interaction with the sphere itself taking up the same space as the Oracle is like. I guess it's just in the sphere.
Okay, just read to me the description as I do these strength saving throws.
Yep, so 20-foot radius sphere, whirling air, sphere
That's the
remains for
bear?
duration.
Sorry for the rest of you.
Each creature in the sphere, when it appears or that ends its turn, there must succeed on a strength saving throw or take 2d6 bludgeoning damage. Sphere's space is difficult terrain. Until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each of your turns to cause a bolt of lightning to leap from the center of the sphere toward one creature you choose within 60 feet of the center. Make a ranged spell attack. I have advantage if the target is in the sphere, and on a hit, it takes 4d6 lightning damage. And creatures within 30 feet of the sphere have disadvantage on wisdom checks, perception checks made to listen.
Okay, so I think as this magical surge of lightning energy kind of like crackles around and kind of like spinning in this like kind of quickly revolving sphere, parts of this of the Oracle begin to kind of get like, it just sends like ripples over its body, like waves getting pushed away by the wind. Mm-hmm. It passes its strength saving throw. The other two fail, though. I don't know if that does anything on this turn or if I rolled that too early.
No. So yeah, when it appears, so they'll take the 3 magical bludgeoning damage.
All right, so they'll take 3 magical bludgeoning damage. Excellent.
Yep.
Just right across the snout.
And if they're still within the sphere by the start of their turn, they take damage or something, or
ends its turn.
In their turn, okay.
But it is a 40-foot diameter sphere.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They're 40-foot 40-foot diameter.
20-foot radius.
20-foot radius. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you're gonna get those 3. Just remember that, because they're probably not going to be able to get out of it by their turn.
Yep, because it is also difficult terrain for them.
They can't get out of it. So at the end of the turn, just roll that damage and tell me what it is.
Yep.
Perfect.
And then for my bonus action, I think I'm gonna shoot some lightning at the big Oracle, so it's in the space and from the commander's sight advantage.
All right. Roll it.
Yep. And I made this an attack thingamajig. I hope I did this right. Non-natural 20 to hit.
Excellent. It hits.
For 17 lightning damage.
You deal half of it.
Good to know.
So as this bolt slams into this creature and crackles over it as this sphere is, turning around it, it doesn't seem to react very strongly to anything, but you see parts of it kind of getting like sizzled off. So that's your action. This bring us to the wolf. And hold on, let me adjust y'all to kind of what you said you were doing. So I'm just going to push y'all back. Can you still see yourselves? Are you off the map?
The tippy tops of our
All right. I'll just move it right there. Whoop. Go back there. No, not again. All right. So it's just very rough. All right. So this one is going to go for Gwen. And this one is going to go for Rush. So what we got? Multi-attack. So 2 attacks, 1 bite, 1 claws. So this one's going to go for Gwen. 19 to hit.
Yep.
And an 18 to hit.
Those both hit.
Okay, so you take, as it slashes into you, you take 3 points of piercing damage and 4 points of acid damage as all this like ichor that's stuck to their claws grabs onto you. And then you take an additional 6 slashing and 1 acid.
Would that wolf been able to make it to her if it's in the storm sphere? Or are there more wolves than we're actually seeing?
No, I think it just gets to the edge of it. It's still in there, so it's going to still take the damage.
Well, it does need to make the save again.
I'm not going to do this save again because it failed. Oh, yeah, it does need to do it again. Sorry. Okay, you're right. All right, rolling again.
It is an all or nothing.
So 6.
Okay,
Yep.
So let me roll. That's better. That's 6 more magical bludgeoning.
Fantastic. All right, cool. So that's that werewolf, and then the other one going for Rosh is going to take a bite at you. Snap for a 21, and then another one, claw for 16.
Misses.
Okay, so 9 piercing damage, 1 acid damage, and can you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
All right. 12.
It meets.
Yep.
It meets. So no werewolf fire boy, fire person for now. All right, excellent. So that's going to bring us to Gwendolyn.
I would like to rage.
All right, as this like paint that's all over you, like in these like symbols, they as you activate it, they kind of burn with your choice of color.
I think it's like a golden amber color.
Okay, perfect. Do it. All right, so you have rage, which means you have advantage on strength saving throws.
So cool.
You have extra 2 damage,
Yes.
and you have resistance to bludgeoning, slashing, piercing.
Yes. And then I would like to attack the one that just bit me.
All right, do it.
Oh, twice.
Whew, yep.
18 and a 13.
Both hit.
That first damage is real good. That is 15 slashing, 9 lightning, and 6 fire damage. So, a lot.
I think you kill this thing. Hold on, add it all up. I think you kill it though.
I think it's 30.
Wait, all of it? It's more than 30.
Oh wait,
surely.
the first one was 30.
Okay, yeah.
Math is hard. 30, 43.
Yep, you got it. You got
50 something.
It had
53 damage.
It had 41 hit points. So
Wait. 55 damage.
Okay.
Rage.
It's it is 3% more dead.
Ha!
So as you slash into it, you can describe it if you'd like. If you have something cool in mind, or I'll take it away.
Do it.
All right. So you kind of rush forward. And this might be a little heartbreaking because this is one of your sisters. But you got to do what you got to do. They've gone primal. So you do what you've had to always do in these sort of situations. You rush through. It kind of goes over your shoulder, lunges at you, snaps. You don't even like move your arms up. You just like turn your head and like goes over your shoulder, and your blade goes up into the throat as it's like kind of leaning over you. And then once more, twisting the blade as you separate the neck from the rest of the body.
Yeah. And I think from Gwen, rage is like a cold sort of unfeeling
Yeah, for sure.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A cold burn.
Yeah.
Fantastico! It brings us to Rachel! What's up, buddy?
I think I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I am going to on this turn I'm going to use my action to cast Beacon of Hope.
All right.
Which I'll put up there. So I glow even more. And any creatures within 30 feet of me, which hopefully maybe get some people in the back. But advantage on wisdom saving throws, death saving throws, and regains hit points from healing, max hit points from healing.
Wow. Yeah, we're not dying.
That's cool. That's really cool.
He's
How many
saving
people do you
us.
target?
It's everyone
Any.
within 30 feet.
It's any.
Just challenging the DM.
Ooh. No, that's awesome. Okay. All right. That's going to help a lot. Well done. Bonus actions?
Not this turn.
All right. This werebear is going to lumber forward, kind of throw aside the body of the werewolf that's in front of you, Gwen, and going to also attack you. It's going to it's going to slash at you twice. 16 to hit. I think that's a miss.
Yep.
And a 25 to hit.
Let me check. Yeah, that hits.
All right, 18 slashing damage plus 2 acid damage.
Oh, I'm resistant to slashing damage now.
Oh, fantastic. So you take only 11 damage.
Yay!
Which brings us to the boss. To the boss. To the boss. How are we going to start this? Okay.
We're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die.
Just
So here,
like we weren't a minute ago. Play it back, those of you at home.
Clip it!
Yeah,
right.
clip it. Clip them together.
it vomits at Gwen, for
Gross.
starters.
Ew.
So, can you roll me a dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
Careful. There's blood in that vomit.
17.
Are you adding the +1 from the Cloak of Protection?
Yes.
No, it's not going to do it, unfortunately. I'm going to just roll this in the open. You take 64 acid damage.
What?
Still up.
As the oracle spews out a corrosive slime, targeting one creature it can see within 60 feet of it. You make a saving throw, which you failed. On a failure, you take 10d10 acid damage.
Holy
That's
crap.
lots of 8s and 9s and a 10 in there.
If you avoid taking, or unless you avoid taking damage, any metal that you're wearing takes a permanent -1 penalty to the AC it offers, and any metal weapon you're carrying doesn't count for magic weapons. Takes a -1 penalty to the damage rolls.
I'm wearing
Okay.
leather armor. So.
All right, so you're fine, I think. Well,
And my
I think
weapons
that's-
are magic.
I feel like the spirit of the rule. I'm not gonna worry about it. It's fine. It's fine.
Let's keep
All
the
right.
robots away from
I
that.
am still conscious.
All right. So I think that's a one. Gwen, can you roll me a d6, please?
Certainly.
Like this.
You don't like this. That's a 3.
Okay. It has not recharged that yet. So,
Oh,
deal.
good.
Good deal. So that's all it's going to
Does it
do.
again.
That's all it's going to do right now. Okay. So we're going to move on to Champ.
Oh gosh.
Oh, the werebear needs to make the strength save.
It does.
Storm Sphere.
Thank you. fails
Okay.
with a
here's
9.
2d6. That's 4.
All right, excellent.
Does the giant slime thing do that
Oh yeah,
too?
it also needs to make a strength save.
Oh,
The DM is
A bad
threatening
boy.
his dog.
bad buddy. If I attack the ooze, do I still have advantage, or did that end
It's you still have advantage. It's until my turn.
until your turn? Okay. Well then.
Do it.
Good for us to know.
Sorry, but there was a question.
The ooze also needs to do the strength save because it's the end of its.
Yes, of course.
But I think this is a strong boy.
It's pretty strong,
Nope,
but it
that's
rolls
not strong enough.
turd.
All right, let me make
Rolled
sure.
a 4 with a +7. All right, what'd you?
That's 6 magical bludgeoning.
It dies. Just kidding. We're still going. All right, champ. Sorry, you're asking about advantage.
I was just wondering if I still had advantage if I tried to attack the oozy
Yes,
thing.
you still have advantage. Bolster has not been interrupted in his concentration.
All right. We'll see that the sort of blasters didn't really do anything. Gonna stow my blaster. Pulls out the handle of the great saber and activates it. Lightsaber goes on, and
Okay.
I'm gonna try throwing it at the ooze, like javelin.
Okay. All right, do it.
So I don't want to get too close.
Probably
I don't
safe.
know. Yeah. So do I still add my proficiency to this?
For a
episode?
javelin throw? Yeah. Yeah, you're
Okay.
proficient. You're a fighter. They're proficient in everything.
All of the things.
And all of the weapons, they know how to do them.
Okay, so that is 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
Okay. Oh,
And your
so I get a reroll.
javelin is mundane.
It says it's magic.
It
I'm not
says
throwing a
it's
javelin. I'm throwing my great saber as a javelin.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, cool.
But it is magical, and it does 12 radiant damage.
Okay. Excellent. You deal 12 radiant damage. Bloop.
Bloop. And then I'm gonna use my movement to sort of get strafe away from the rest of the group, seeing that it barfed all over Gwen. Gonna try to split up a little bit.
Yeah. Cool. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so that's going to bring us to Bolster once again.
All right. First things first. Bolster is going to renew his commander's sight, spending 2 more psi points as my action. If it will let me click on my character sheet. Yes, thank you. Okay, and then he is going to use his bonus action to shift Samathes out of his current mode into Bejewel.
Mm-hmm.
So he will be very defendy now. And then, yeah, I think that's all I got right now.
Okay.
Okay, done.
Okay, done. Going to Vincent.
Okay. Let's see. How far is he from Gwen?
Who's he?
How far is Vincent from Gwen?
Oh, okay. I would say, I really don't want to say a specific feat because then
Can I
we're
get
getting.
to her for?
But you're up the hill a ways. You're at the crest of the crater. She's down the crater with the creature.
Okay, so I think I will start using my movement to get closer, but
Okay.
I don't think I'm going to be able to get there yet. So let's see.
Is it touch? Is it a touch thing?
Yeah, I was contemplating doing a touch thing, but I'm sure I'm more than 30 feet away, probably.
Yeah, a little
How
bit.
much movement does the jump jet give me? I think it's just flight speed of 30.
But flight speed, I think it is additional to your regular movement speed. I don't think it's either or. It's a weird thing, but I think that's literally how it's supposed to work. So you could jump jet there.
Okay, I think I will do that.
Between running and jump jetting, you could do it.
Yep. Okay, so I will do that. For my action, I'm going to use the Glove of Spell Storing Cure Wounds on her, which will just be max because of Rasha's Beacon of Hope. So,
Awesome.
Travis, how much would your max Cure Wounds do at first level?
It's not based on mine, so it's like you're casting the spell. Actually,
I thought it said it was from the original source. Spellcasting ability of the original caster.
Well, let's answer this question. What's your casting modifiers, both of you?
+5.
and it's plus 2, or actually it's plus 8 for me.
That's
no,
not
that's
possible.
saving
It should
throw.
just
That's
be
saving
your-
throw. That's my bad.
So 5, right?
Plus 5, yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. So just
So 13, I think then?
yeah.
Yeah. So that is my action. That is now gone from the glove. And bonus action, even though it's resistant, going to attack again with the Storm Sphere.
Okay.
And I get advantage again. Because it's still in it. And Commander Sight. 27 to hit.
That does hit.
13 lightning damage reduced.
2, so 7 damage. Excellent. And also, I will say this to go back a little ways. Champ, before you threw your greatsword, you saw some of these wounds that were being created by everyone else begin to slowly reform. But as your blades smacked into it, like these threads are beginning to connect once again. They kind of like unravel and fall apart.
Okay.
As if you interrupted a regenerating process. So,
Kill it with lasers.
that's going to bring us to the last remaining who's going to also do the same thing against Rosh. Bite and claw.
I'm gonna give it disadvantage on the second attack, I guess, because I already.
Okay, I think they both fail. They both fail no matter what.
Okay.
So we'll say one of them has disadvantage, but they roll 16 or 15
That's
or
fine.
below.
Yeah.
Excellent. So that's all it can do, which brings us to Gwendolyn.
I want to go over the big thing, but I'm scared of it. So the only weird thing left is the one that's biting Rosh, that's trying to bite Rosh.
There's only the werebear and only the one werewolf as well.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm just gonna go for the bear.
Okay.
Ew, that's a 10.
And that is not a hit.
And a 15.
Actually, no, it is a hit. Oh my god. That's the lowest AC I've ever seen in my life.
Yay, me!
I just assumed it wasn't a hit, but it actually is. Holy crap. All right. So yeah, both of those hit.
33. 43. 45, 46, 47. 47 damage total with rage.
Googly. Moogly. Oh my
That's all of it together.
That's
some of
so
it there's
good.
lightning and
It's so good, but yeah, I think, but with the werebears, it takes it all because it's a magic weapon and they don't have a special resistance against lightning or fire. So
It's not one of those special lightning bears.
yeah, it's not one of those rubber bears that you hear all about. So yeah, oh my gosh, man, dexterity when you have like a monster that doesn't have any of it, AC's pretty low, I guess. All right, so yeah, you slash deep scores into it as you kind of like I think you're like rolling away from like the acid creature in the middle, like away from the oracle, cutting across the werebear's legs and flanks, trying to like weaken it, and you get it down really low. Well done. It's going to bring us to Roshel.
Okay. I assume because Gwen and I were pretty close, could I do a touch spell on her without without having to disengage from the wolf?
I think you can get it without disengaging from the oracle, but you couldn't from the wolf. I don't think.
All right. Well, I'll.
But the wolf can't
I was-
hit you for
I
crap.
was gonna say
so-
I was gonna take the attack of opportunity from the wolf.
Yeah. All right, it's gonna slash at you. Oh, of course. Now, but it only rolls.
You told me it wouldn't hit me.
I did tell you, and I lied. It's a classic DM trick. 7 slashing damage and 1
Okay.
acid.
The lie.
Okay. I maintain concentration on Beacon of Hope. And I am going to. I'm glad I did that because I'm going to run up to Gwen and I'm going to cast a 4th level Cure Wounds on her. You regain 37.
What's the opposite of spicy? Like, I don't want to say that's so mild because that doesn't seem right. I'll just say refreshing. How
Sweet, I
refreshing is
guess.
that? Sweet, that's true. Oh, that is.
They like me. They really like me.
They like me. They don't want me to die.
Yeah. So drop in the bucket comparatively, but hopefully it doesn't acid breath you again. And that's all I can do because that's a spell. Okay. Yep. I'm done.
Okay, the werebear goes at Gwen once more with a claw and a claw. Or does it go into claw? Yep. Oh, I clicked it. It's not showing up. I'm low. Oh, here it is. There's one. That's a 12. Seems Garbo. I don't see another one coming up, so I'll roll one more. Another 12. Garbo. So the werebear, injured by the acid, like, is just like, it seems very, especially after your attack, it's just like really off of its game, just kind of like reaching around, not able to do anything. Which is going to bring us to the aura.
Was the werebear still in the storm sphere?
It sure is. Roll it. Oh, it probably. I got to roll my thing.
Yep. That saves.
Okay, so nothing or half.
It looks like nothing. Which it's a 4th
Okay.
level spell. You'd really think it would be saved for half.
Right. All right. Well, I'll just say let's just do it for right now. Why not?
Especially because I've been rolling relatively low on these. And of course, that time I rolled a 9.
Nice. Very well. So I'll take 9 damage off. As what does it look like? Bludgeoning. The bludgeoning with the magic. It's just like winds buffeting, like picking up like these
Yeah, like,
crystals,
I imagine
knocking it into it.
That could be part of it. I also imagine it's kind of like, when you see people in a wind tunnel or like the cartoon thing where like the chiefs go way back and it's just like part of their face is just completely to that side as they like catch a bad angle.
Yeah, and I think some hail too is also mixed up into it, battering into it.
So I just imagine this bear with its cheeks like.
I know.
Especially when it tries to bite, it's like.
Okay, so man, I have not been using these well at all. So like, it's had legendary actions this whole time. I should be using those.
No, you don't.
So first thing I'm going to do is it's going to spit acid at Rosh.
This is an attack.
Yep.
I'm going to give it disadvantage.
All right. I'll give it disadvantage against you. So, blurp, it rolls a 26.
Jesus. Yeah.
What?
So 22 acid damage for you. It's going to roll 1 against Gwen. A 17 to hit.
Nope.
Whew. As 25 points of acid damage splash against the crystals behind you. And then 1 for Vincent, who has come within range. Oh, that's not the right one. Sorry. Ignore that. Ignore that. 22 to hit.
Sam uses Sentinel as a reaction.
Hold on. Let's see. All right, so Sentinel is going to require you to be a little bit closer than that.
Oh, I'm too far away. Okay.
Yeah, a little
I'm
too
so
far
sorry.
away. No, that's fine. I really like the idea, and I was very close to just letting it happen. But like, you take the next turn and move Sam up to the edge, and then you can do that stuff a lot.
Okay. So sorry.
So take 13 points of damage, Vincent,
Yep,
from
and now
acid.
I need to make a con save to see if I maintain concentration on the storm sphere. But I'm good at those. Oh, it's 10 or half the damage.
So half the damage. Yeah, so you pass.
Okay, so I succeed. I was wondering if I needed to Tides of Chaos that, but
No,
not
you're
yet.
good. You're good. Didn't deal that much to you. All right, brings us to Champ.
Okay. Just gonna hold out her hand and say showtime. And and the sword sort of like starts appearing. Like there's like sort of like this outline of it that sort of like appears in her hands, and then she like grabs it and it becomes solid.
Awesome.
Ooh, so you like recall the weapon?
Yes.
That's dope.
Bonded weapon. So
I didn't know that you could do that. I'm like, I'm assuming she has a plan for that. She just threw it away.
That
There
is so
goes.
sick.
But that's awesome.
Yes. So I call it back, bonus action, and then I'm gonna take 2 swipes at the werebear that is tussling with Gwen.
All right. So super low AC, 10. So assuming
right.
you don't roll a garbage turd, you should be fine.
Let's see. That is 13.
Yes.
Close to garbage, right? Okay, I'll just roll down
No.
first.
Yeah, that was a front porch turd.
Oh.
A little closer to the house.
Okay, that was 2, so I gotta re-roll that. Hey, that's better. 11.
11 points. Ooh. Okay.
And then
What
second
about you,
attack.
Are you adding your strength to that?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, +4. Okay, and then the second attack is 16 to hit.
Perfect.
Okay.
And it hit poos.
And that is 12 radiant damage.
Describe you killing this thing. It had 11 hit points left.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just sort of
Just
Sort of
sort of dies.
yeah. Yeah, so it gets close and like kind of like sort of tries to interpose in between Gwen and the thing, sort of like takes a swipe up and then like stabs into it.
Okay. So yeah, I think you take a swipe in between, like interposing yourself between Gwen and the creature. You take a swipe up, you sear off the front part of its muzzle, and it kind of like flies off and it backs up, and you spin around and just take it across the gut as it like groans and falls back, and then you give it a solid kick in the chest, sending it back like 10 feet
into the storm, and it
goes to the storm, flies off, but like as it's like coursing around, it flings off and then gets impaled by a crystal. Yes.
Also, speaking of the storm sphere, the Oracle needs to make it save from the end
Okay.
of its turn. Or unless those were legendary actions you were having it do.
Not yet. So I'll do a saving throw.
Yep, strength save. That is my DC.
Okay. All right. And so after this happens, I'm also the Oracle is going to use a legendary action that I haven't been using this whole game, and it's going to cast something at Champ. We'll
Well,
do that.
I'm going to counterspell it.
Okay. All right.
Just at 3rd level, and hope that's enough.
I believe it is. So what you see is a bunch of acid begins to like eject from this orifice in the side of the Oracle, and this cloud goes towards Champ, and you cast what renders acid inert? Is it like
It's
sand,
a base
dirt,
of some
base?
sort. I think,
Base?
yeah. So I think what happens is, as part of just the chaotic, wild, magic nature,
Yeah.
just a particularly heavy puff of dirt gets caught up in the storm and intercepts the acid.
Exactly. So like this, like it gets clumped up, and like these like kind of dirt clods begin to like pelt you, Champ, dealing no damage. But as this acid is like completely sucked up before it gets to you. Excellent. So that's going to bring us to if this will minimize. Bolster's next. I know that. But this thing won't minimize. What is wrong with Roll20? It's so slow. All right.
That's fine. I'm going to do a very similar thing to what I've done before, honestly. I'm going to do Commander's Sight on the big one again. And I'm also
Okay.
going to move Sam up as close to Rosh as I can get. I don't know actually how close I can get because I don't actually know how far back I was.
No,
So
you can get. How close do you want to get? And I'll tell you how close you can get.
I would like to sidle right up next to that werewolf there.
Okay, you can split the diff.
Okay.
You can get like within like 15 feet or so.
Okay, I'll do that then. And in that case, Sam is going to take a crossbow shot. I actually have forgotten that I actually had a crossbow on Sam, but he's going to take a crossbow shot at the werewolfy dude.
Okay.
That's a 24 to hit.
That is a 24
That's
to
a
hit.
nat 20, sorry. And that's 7 damage.
It is a nat 20, but it is a non-magical weapon.
That's right. You're right. I'm not thinking straight. It's fine. I don't know how to D&D. It's good. But yes.
As
I
this
think-
bolt, like, kind of like just smashes against its skin, glances off.
All right. And then Bolster is going to go ahead and let's see. He's going to cast his spectrographic shield drones onto Rosh, increasing his AC by +2.
Ooh. Rosh is unkillable. Rip. All right, cool. So before we get to Vincent, I'm gonna do a thing. I'm going to go at Vincent. Actually, we'll do that because you're not like right next to it, but you're within 10 or 15 feet or so, and this thing has reach. So I need you to, no, it's an attack roll, so I'm just gonna roll it. Does a 31 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay, you take 22 points of poison damage, and you are slimed. So you're poisoned, and any creature within 10 feet of you is also poisoned. So that is also Gwen, also Rosh, also Champ. No, but Champ can't be, so not Champ. But the two of you are poisoned, which means you have like disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, I think.
Yeah. Let me.
But Bolster's ability will just make it like even out if you're attacking this creature.
Yep. Let me do my concentration check for Storm Sphere. 21.
That'll do it.
Yep.
Good job.
So now it is my turn, you said?
Yes, now it is your turn.
Going to action to scrape it off, so the poison is gone. I think.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Or the slime is gone. Until the slime's scraped off with an action.
Okay, yeah, you just I think you just kick at snap off like a crystal and just giving like kind of trying to get it off your skin, scraping up as you feel it eating inside you.
Yeah, I might even sprinkle in a prestidigitation in there.
Sure.
But then, now that that's done, and I still have my bonus action, Storm Sphere attacks at advantage.
Okay.
So that time might be okay. I was going to have a follow-up.
No. I'll just roll a strength saving throw.
Yep, so it takes 17 lightning, and that's the DC again. So
Okay, 17 halved.
Yep.
So 19 or 9. I mean.
Yep.
All right. It still looks fine. It still looks so fine.
I am going to use my movement, jump jet, just kind of hover, we'll say 15 feet in the air and kind of back a little bit so that I'm less right next to everyone.
Okay. All right. So I think as you move outside of its range, it's gonna take a splash at you.
Knowing that, would I be able to change it to just going up, but still within reach?
Oh, if you don't want to break reach, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so I will use my movement to hover 30 feet up so that there's that space between us, but not breaking
Okay.
reach.
That's fine. So that's two rounds that you've used the jump jet. So I don't think you have 3 more, I think, if I recall
30
correctly.
seconds, so I think 4
Yeah.
more.
I think it's 3, but yes.
6 times. Yeah. Nope, you're right.
All right. So cool. So that's going to bring us to Gwendolyn. What did you do? Nope. Okay. So this creature, because wait, let me look back for it.
I scraped off the slime.
You did scrape off the slime, but the problem is that as it went an entire round without receiving certain kinds of damage, it begins to regenerate. So as you see kind of like these parts that are falling apart, like these threads begin to connect and like pull themselves back together. So, yeah. All right. Sorry. Now it's your turn, Gwendolyn.
I guess I'm gonna attack it.
Okay.
Oh man.
You have advantage.
You have advantage.
That's a 19
19 hits.
and a 22.
22 hits.
That is. I don't know if there are any resistances factored into this. I got
Yeah,
a
it
lot of
has a
damage types.
Well, so you have lightning and fire.
Yes.
It has a resistance to both of those.
Okay. So that is going to be
But
21.
But not to the slashing because it's magical.
Okay. So 21 slashing,
Okay.
and then 7 lightning, and 3. 6 fire.
Okay. All right. So as you saw it kind of beginning to regenerate, you take it down a little bit lower than it was before it did that. Managing to tamp down its terribleness. All right. Actually, it's out of legendary actions. I can't do anything. Okay. All right. That brings us
Wait,
to
2 more. Dang it.
What? Two more what?
2 more rage damages.
Oh, yeah. So 4 damage. Perfect.
Yes.
Excellent. Yep. That's going to bring us to Rachel.
Thanks, Sticky Note.
All right. I am going to. There's still the werewolf next to me.
There is still the werewolf next to you.
Okay.
It was flailing impotently at you. Like,
I am going, and am I within 30 feet of the? Am I close enough that if I use my Radiance of the Dawn, that it'll get the big slime creature?
100%.
Cool. Then I'm going to do that with my action.
Okay.
So it's a Constitution saving throw for both.
All right. So first, Oracle, Constitution saving throw rolls a 29,
Yeah, that succeeds.
and the werewolf rolls a 15.
That fails.
All right. Excellent.
That's 21 points of radiant damage.
Is it all or nothing, or is it half?
It is halved on a success.
Okay. All right. So, hold on. So 21 points of radiant. Oh, yeah. You really hurt Werewolf Boy.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And I will also use my bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
No, I'll just do second level. And I'm going to go ahead and go for the werewolf again, trying to.
Okay. Yeah. Clear that off the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll make
Good
an
move.
attack. I don't know if this will roll an attack. Let me see. It's been so long since I used it. No, they did. 26 to hit for 10 force damage.
Yep. It slams into it, crunching on the back of its shoulder, snaps as it grunts in pain. It is very close to death. Not quite there yet, though.
Okay. That's all I got.
Okay. So the Oracle. This spiraling, oozy mess. Okay. So this is what's going to happen. I need where's the thing? I'm gonna roll this TTMS so I can read it real quick. Before I describe it. Okay, so it reaches out to you, Roshel. I need you to roll me a Constitution. No, wait. No, it's a melee spell attack. Oh, and it did roll. Does a 25 hit?
25. Well, if it's
You can try to do a disadvantage. Yeah. I can roll again.
Well, and this Sam doing something, so that I don't know what order of operations this goes in.
Oh, it gives you +5 AC. Oh my God, you're gonna be impossible to hit. Okay. All right.
But I'll also.
Yeah, I'll roll again.
Okay.
I'll roll again. So yeah, I rolled a 22 the next time, so it won't hit. There's no way. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
As it reaches out to you and does that, yeah. Well done. Good job.
So, as it reaches out to attack Rosh, Samathes actually teleports in between Rosh and the creature with its shield flared out, and the creature can't touch him.
Yeah, it slams into Samathes. I want Samathes to take damage, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. That'll be a rewrite later on. All right, so let's go on. So cool. So let's go to Champ.
End of its turn, strength save for Storm.
Okay. Strength save 26.
That definitely saves.
Okay.
Okay. I also want to get up in there and attack the oozy thing. Do I have to make a strength save when going into the storm, or is that the end of
Question.
I think
Can you move the sphere?
I can, and I think because it started off to the right, there probably is a path to get to the creature.
Oh,
without
okay.
going-
You
So it's
could
not, like,
also potentially
all
like catch the other werewolf in it now.
Yep. So maybe I'll do that next turn. We'll see.
Okay. Cool.
Let me double check if I can
Okay.
move it actually. But
Yeah,
I
most
just
of the
couldn't remember where
spheres
it was
you can.
centered on.
Yeah, it's centered closer to over here, so you should be able to like navigate to your left without getting into it.
Okay.
So yeah, you can. Are you trying to take out the werewolf, or what are you trying to do?
No, I'm gonna attack the ooze.
Okay, yeah, for sure,
All right.
absolutely.
2 attacks. First one, 26 to hit.
It does hit.
Okay, and the second attack is 20 total.
All right. Yeah,
Okay.
both hits.
Okay, let me roll that damage. That's a 2. Let me roll that. Let's see, that's 12 for the first strike.
Okay.
12 radiant damage, and that was another one. Another 12.
All right.
24
Excellent.
radiant
Excellent.
damage total.
Well done. As it kind of reels back, squealing. That's going to bring us to Bolster.
Awesome. So yeah, Bolster with his action is going to once again cast Commander's Sight. Can't do that again, I don't believe. But so he spends 2 more psi points to do that. So that's his action. And
Wait, so were those attacks I just made, should they have been at advantage?
yes, they should have been.
Yeah, roll again to see if you get a nat 20.
Okay. Nope.
Okay.
It was worth a shot. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's man. I think that's all that Bolster has right now.
Okay,
That's
cool.
it. That's all I got.
All right,
Hold on.
Vincent. Vincent.
I was already unmuted. What do I want to do? I think I'm going to try throwing Whisper at it.
Okay.
See if I can't get it to be silenced. And so I will move 10 feet closer so that I can do it without being at disadvantage.
Okay.
So now it's at advantage because of the commander strike still, right? Or did that just end?
It's still working.
Okay.
Still going.
So I'm throwing Whisper. This is just going to look like a normal dagger attack.
Okay.
Just because I don't have Thrown Whisper plugged in here. 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, so that does 2 magical piercing normally, but what I'm also going to do, additionally on a hit, the attuned creature may choose to channel their life force, empowering the blade with blood magic. For each hit die spent, add 1d6 to the damage roll. You cannot expend more than 5 hit die in a single round. I am going to expend 5 hit die on this attack.
Okay. I 100%. I added that. I forgot I added that to the dagger.
Yep, and there's also now a silence
cool.
field originating from the point of my strike in a 5-foot radius. I don't know if that's have any material effect, but so it takes an additional 13 damage.
Nice. It's pretty cool.
Yep, and I forget when Whisper eventually gets back to me. It eventually will. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
And then for my bonus action, Storm Sphere attack follow-up. 19 to hit or 18 lightning damage.
Yeah. I'm just gonna choose to wait. Is it half damage on saves, or no damage on saves?
No damage on saves, but this is an actual attack.
Oh, it's an attack. You're right. So it does hit.
Yep.
You're right. Sorry, I'm getting the 2 attacks confused.
Yeah, this is a very confusing spell. You can't move it. It's all or nothing on saves. It's
Okay. Perfect.
For my movement, I think I'm gonna go back down to the ground, not leaving its reach, but also staying away from anyone else.
All right. So I haven't been doing this the whole time either, but could I get Vincent, Rachel, Gwen? Champ, you're immune to this, so don't worry about it. All of you roll me a Constitution saving throw.
15?
18.
19.
Okay. Vincent, you are poisoned.
I'm gonna Tides of Chaos. See if I can't get better. Nope.
Okay. You're poisoned. For not that long though, just until the start of your next turn. Which seems silly. Hold on.
Yeah, because if it's the just straight up poison condition and it wears off,
then it won't really affect you at all. That's weird. It would only
reactions and stuff.
Why would that affect? I guess reactions, but that's okay. All right. Anyway, so
are you sure it's start of my turn or start of the creature's next turn?
It says any creature other than the oracle that starts blah 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 blah, blah until the start of the creature's next turn. So it's the creature in this case refers to the one affected. It's weird. It seems kind of silly. All right, that's gonna bring us to Gwendolyn.
Is it an action or a bonus action to take a potion?
I'm happy with bonus action. That's fine.
Can I use a bonus action and take a healing potion?
Sure.
I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna roll great, and I'm gonna heal 8 whole more points.
Don't you get max from Beacon of Hope?
Is that from spells, or
I think any
is that
healing
all
source?
healing?
I'll throw it up again and see.
Because that would be super.
Bacon of Hope.
I made all these potions.
From any healing.
What up? So 4,
2 more.
8, 10?
Yep.
Great. And then I'm gonna attack the big ugly twice.
Cool.
10.
Miss.
Dang.
That's with advantage.
Oh, well, 11, I guess.
Also miss.
And then 17. I am rolling like crap.
Managed to hit it
Great.
with that 17.
And then half lightning, half fire, so 13. 17.
Okay.
Damage.
Also, I generally round up for players, so that I would have done that 18.
18.
Cool. As you like slashing this thing,
Cool.
sending this dark ichor flying around. So let's just get some real talk right now. This creature is around the bloodied condition, not quite there yet. There are 2 minutes until game time ends. I'm going to call the game there, but so just I'd like to end it faster than that, but it's too far away for me to just kind of like end as dead. Actually, now that I've like just said it, I've already interrupted the flow of it. I want to get to the bottom of the initiative so we can get to to Bolster's turn, and then we'll call the game, and then we'll pick this up next time. Okay. That's going to bring us to Roshel, but before Roshel goes, this thing is going to reach out at you and make an attack, weapon attack. Did you already use that reaction?
That was last turn.
I haven't gone since that happened, so I think that was the. I don't know if that was before. Actually, I think that was right after its turn, wasn't it? Either way, it doesn't hit. My AC is 21 right now.
Is it? You dirty ball.
I was going to say I could do something, but carry on.
All right.
Oh, that was before. Oh, so you were using like a legendary action. I'm sorry. That's my bad.
Yeah.
If it helps resolve it, though, my AC is at 21 with the shield of faith.
For sure. All right. Good to know. Go for it.
I am. Is this werewolf still alive next to me?
It sure is. He's like, I'm gonna get you.
I guess I'll spiritual weapon it again and hopefully finish it off.
Yeah, its AC is super low, so I imagine that you're gonna.
Well,
it.
You say that.
Well,
and then I roll
natural one is gonna. Yeah. I think we agreed to this like a golden fiery spear or something, and just it just funks into the crystals near it, sending a spray of crystal shards flying off.
God, I'm gonna use my last channel divinity,
right.
and do another Radiance of the Dawn, so con saves all around.
All right. Let's see, and this should be advantage. I should have been doing this whole time for this boy. 23 for the Oracle.
Yeah.
And werewolf, who I really want to die, so I don't have to open up the sheet anymore. 6. Okay, they're gonna die. Thank you, Roshel.
I keep clicking the wrong thing. Jesus Christ. There we go. Ooh, that was bad. 12 radiant damage.
It's still enough as the werewolf cooks from within like a microwave puppy and just keels over and explodes as its bowels, blah, 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 blah. And it's dirty. Good job, Roshel.
Perfect. That's the end of my turn.
All right.
I just want to clip like a microwaved puppy and just play it over and over again.
All right. So that's going to bring us to the Oracle. All right. We're going to do. I think. Honestly, I think who's doing the most damage has been Champ. So these 3 are going to go for you, Champ. All right.
Yikes. Okay. No.
All right. So an 18, an
hits.
18,
Hits.
and a 16.
Nope.
I will bend luck on that second one and reduce it so that it doesn't hit.
Okay.
Because if Champ's AC is 18, that's just
18.
any
Okay,
amount
cool.
that I roll.
And
Cool.
could Samathes interpose himself on the one that does hit?
buddy.
I don't know how far away I
I
am.
think it's a little too far away from here. Well,
30 foot?
30 foot. That ability is way too strong. That was my own fault.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
OP.
That was my own fault. So yeah, okay. So that makes a disadvantage, I guess.
+5 AC.
plus 5 AC. Yeah, that's not my good ability. It's really bad.
Sorry.
No, it's my fault. I made it. I'm bad. So all of those miss.
Okay.
But Vincent, roll on the search table
Can do.
because someone's got to die.
Come on, 15. What's 29? You teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see.
Okay.
So
Alright,
I think
that's
it's just
nice.
going to kind of
Fairly
circle
positive.
around the creature a little bit more.
Okay. All right. Excellent. So are you still floating on your jetpack? Or are you going to go to the ground?
Or, yeah, I think feeling this come on and having some vague idea of what's happening, I will teleport 60 feet to the ground.
Okay. All right. Excellent. It's going to bring us to Champ. This is going to be the last action of the night.
Okay. Just gonna. It tried to hit me. I'm gonna hit it right back. 2 swings with my great saber. That is 20 total for the first one,
Hits.
and 15 for the second one.
Miss.
Okay. Ooh. 15 radiant damage.
Fantastic. All right, you carve in another blow into it as this gurgling mass ahead of you, like kind of like it's like bending out as these skeletons that have been like cooking inside of it kind of like fall out and slough off. You all have done quite a bit of damage to it. It still has a lot of life left in it, but so far, we shall see next time what happens as the Wildspace crew battles with the Oracle of Gwendolyn's Order. And it's in your name, we say goodbye.
We love you guys.
All right, thanks for playing with us. We'll see you soon. Bye.
If you don't come back, we're all
Bye.
gonna die.
Please come back.